terug by Tussen Ons. Dis daardie tyd van die aand wat ons inspirasie put uit ons medemense wie se harte en hande net altyd oop is om ander te help. Vanaand vir ons julle voorstel in 'n organisasie genaamd Sonke Gender Justice en Angelica Pino is hier om ons meer te vertel. Verwelkom asseblief vir Angelica. Angelica, welcome to Tussen Ons.
Thank you very much.
Let's speak about Sonke Gender Justice. What exactly is it that you do?
Sonke Gender Justice is a women's rights organization. We work on human rights, violence against women and children, HIV and AIDS prevention, and other issues of human rights like xenophobia, also anti-xenophobia work. So we really work in a range of human rights issues, basically. But at the core is our work on preventing violence against women and children.
And you have so many different programs, one of them being child rights and parenting.
That's correct. That's one of our main programs, really. And what we try to do is to engage men in the care of their children, for instance. Okay. So it's not just about preventing violence, but how you can get involved too as a father in the raising of your children. Also because we see that as a way to prevent violence in the future.
Have you found that recently with the recent gender-based violence issues that there's more focus on men now and that there's more need for that?
I think so. You know, I think we have come to the realization that it's not enough just to talk to women, because if men are part of the problem, they have to be part of the solution too. So we have been doing this work for a long time, but we have seen the increase in the, all companies and government departments, organizations asking for, come and talk to what men can do in this too.
So you have a very interesting website where there's lots of activities happening. I was quite interested in the film side of things where you make little clips. What's the aim of that, and what are the kinds of things that you showcase?
You know, we realized that the work of media is very important. We can do a workshop, here we have an office in Guguletu, we can do things there. We work in Johannesburg too, of course, where I'm based, in Deep. So that is just so much you can do there. But if you use the media, is the message you can spread is very powerful, and for that you can also use films, short films. You can tell stories, people telling their stories, or also we can follow victims too, telling their stories of abuse and how they can overcome abuse, obviously.
December is almost here, and then we're going to have 16 days of activism against gender violence. Do you have any programs? You look a little bit skeptical, or?
No, I think my skepticism is we shouldn't wait for 16 days.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, in the country, I've been here for 25 years now. I'm not originally from here, but all over the world, we all go crazy. August comes, we all go crazy. Everyone wants to talk. 16 days, everyone wants to talk, and then we forget the rest of the year. If with the problem we have in this country, we cannot be waiting just for 16 days to do something. We need to do something every year. But of course, we intensify sometimes the work, but for us it's 360 days a year. It's not just 16 days.
Okay.
Now, Angelica, there's so many other organizations who also love your story and they would love to assist where possible. One of them is Community Chest, and we'd like to welcome our friend Desiree Goliath here. Let's put our hands together for her. Desiree, take a seat. As always, it's such a pleasure to see you.
Thank you.
We've spoken about the gender-based violence, 16 days of activism, which kicks off shortly. The Community Chest Twilight Team Run. This year, you will also be focusing on that.
Absolutely. The Twilight Team Run is what happens, an annual event that happens since, I think this is the 37th year that it's taking place. And while it kicks off the party season, it's so much more this year. It's a very, very serious event, and we're going to be focusing on gender-based violence. We're putting the spotlight very, very, very firmly on gender-based violence because there's a national movement, there's an international movement to not stop the fight. I don't have to tell anybody the statistics. The statistics are devastating, absolutely devastating. And we cannot stop the fight. What's happened recently has galvanized people, has moved us to action, and that's got to continue. So that is what we're doing with Twilight Run this year. It's in December.
Yes, when in December?
On the 3rd of December, it's the first Tuesday in December. There will be pamphlets to the audience about Twilight, and I hope that everybody takes part and and we're inviting women, we're inviting men, we're celebrating the survivors as well. Because what organizations like yourself do is also empower women, empower our men, and make sure that we can say enough is enough, and we are taking back the streets, and that's what we're doing on the 3rd of December.
So how do you take hands with organizations like
Sonke.
So what Community Chest is about is literally changing the story. We want to tell a different story about our country, about our marginalized communities, about the organizations like Sonke, who do such phenomenal work in the spaces that they do. And we partner with them, we take hands with them. We empower, we train, we will support. And that's part of the reason that we are here tonight.
So why are you here?
Thank you.
Well, we are wanting to say thank you to organizations such as Sonke, to so many organizations that work in the field of women empowerment, that work in the field of telling people that there is a different story to tell, that it doesn't have to be the way it is. We are so tired of hearing the same negativity. And organizations like Sonke work so tirelessly to make that happen. And that is why we want to come and say thank you in a very tangible way.
Here is.
Thank you so much. Oh, that's amazing. This is the first time. Oh, really? Oh my word, I'm very touched. This is, thank you so much.
Oh, I'm so glad, because it's just an acknowledgement of what you do as an organization, how all of you work to strive to make a difference.
Thank you so much. No, this is very touching.
Are the both of you going to run?
We're going to have to, I'm going to have to walk. Are you going to be joining us?
Yes.
I'd like to invite all the companies, all the audience, everybody who is here, your brother, your sister, your family member, particularly our gentlemen. I'd like to invite the men to come and join us at the Twilight Run, Tuesday the 3rd of December at 7 o'clock. And it is at the Grand Parade.
At the Grand Parade.
Yeah.
Each and every year. Thank you so much, Desiree and Angelica. Thank you for the work that you do.
Oh.
Lekker applaus vir hulle asseblief. Dit was so pragtig en baie dankie. Dis goeie vriende van Community Chest. Dankie dat jy saam kom kuier het en ons sien jou weer volgende week. Totsiens.